Hey, thanks for joining me. This is Eric. I want to show you the system that we've been talking about and really speak to it from your perspective of usability. This is the PowerPoint presentation that I've sent you. Of course, I'm not going to go through the whatever 46 slides there are. We'll jump into the system here in a minute. There are a couple of slides that you'll want to see when you look at this yourself. There are several examples. This one is just really talking to you about how the system works as a machine and one thing leads to the next. You know, we're also a couple of things that we do differently than others. One is our newsletter. So the newsletter is a professional polished template, and then you just simply pull in an article from a library of articles, whichever one you want. You merge those two together, and then you can send a very polished professional marketing piece out to your contacts every month. I'll go through a couple of other things here. This is not a nuclear fusion chart here. This is just a simple day in the life of a lead, and your leads will come in from whatever sources they are coming in from. You'll have specific campaigns for those sources. Those campaigns will run automatically, or at least some of the elements of them, like the automated emails, can run automatically. The whole system is designed to make it easier for your salespeople, not more difficult like some systems. As the salesperson works that lead, just to shortcut this, they either come in as a tour, then they take a second tour, then they buy a house, or maybe they go over to credit repair and you have a whole new campaign and so forth. Or it comes back from like a construction system, like I don't know if you're using Mark Systems or whatever. The data can go over there. As it comes back, you can start new campaigns for warranty and VIP customers and so forth, and you know, the whole engine repeats itself. So that's that quick thing. A couple of other things that we were talking about. I know I'm going fast because you don't have a lot of time, but there's a long list of those articles. This is just a screenshot of a few of them, and so you would choose which article that you want. Another thing that we were talking about is the ability to add our quick start follow-up campaigns. That is where we automatically upload many different campaigns, you know, like a new lead, takes a tour, etc. And then that campaign, that plan has any number of tasks associated with it. Some of those tasks are internal notes to the salespeople. Some of them are automated emails that we've already pre-written. It's already pre-storyboarded out. And of course, you can easily go in and edit these things as you like. Let's just really jump over into the system, and I can send you anything else that you want. If you don't have it or you want it again, no worries, just let me know. When you get to the system, you're on this dashboard, this front dashboard. Now, it's not necessarily where people do all of their daily work, but it is a shortcut where they do a lot of their work. You can name your leads anything you want, right? So it could be your community name and then the customer's last name or the product type, a bunch of different best practices that we can share with you on just naming your leads for that matter. The tasks, up here we have tasks, and you can move things around and you can go right into a particular task. You can see that you've got some leads assigned without a next step. That's a great shortcut for salespeople because things happen and they miss putting another action item on something. So that's a good thing for them to see. Of course, I can go into my calendar appointments if I want. Now, unlike some systems, our system is really designed for the salesperson. It's not designed for an engineer or for the engineering types because a lot of systems are just too complex for salespeople to really enjoy. And the key is to enjoy it, because we have found that when the salespeople see the system as their silent sales assistant, then they're more likely to come in to use it, to really benefit from it, and so forth. So if I wanted to come in and manage my leads, I could sort them by a bunch of different ways and go into those leads. If I was looking for a particular person and I couldn't find them, all I have to do is type their phone number, or let's say they were interested in a boat dock and I remembered that, or obviously if I know their name, I could type it up here and search for them. And the same thing if I want to go to my tasks. If I want to do it that way, I could go to my tasks and click right in there. Or if I'm entering a new lead, super easy. Now, of course, leads come in from a variety of sources and methods. When you put the new lead in, manually, you're going to choose several things: a status and a priority and a lead source. And some systems out there cannot really distinguish between these, but we have these layered elements, and that's great for your reporting. It's also great for the salespeople because they can choose to follow up on just a certain source or just a certain status or just a certain priority. These are the system is preloaded with some things, but you can edit these things as well, right? So if you didn't like our ABC and you wanted hot, warm, cold, or 1, 2, 3, or whatever, you could just edit that. Same thing with your sources. It's got a lot of sources, but you could add your own. Your communities, of course, and your lead types would all be whatever you want those to be. And I just simply type this in. I can automatically add them to the newsletter, and I can automatically select a follow-up plan. So really, if I wanted to add this lead and I associated a follow-up plan that had automated emails, if I never logged in or touched anything, at least that person would be getting those automated emails. And if they then self-identified by responding to them saying, hey, I'd like to come in and talk with you or whatever, then the salesperson is spending time on qualified contacts instead of maybe a database of some kind. In any case, it's very easy to have the leads come in. They can come in from lead providers like the BDX, aka New Home Source, privatecommunities.com. There's a bunch of lead providers, but they can come in automatically. Of course, they can come in from your website as well. Come in here to the newsletter. It's a very simple process. You just edit the next edition, pick the article, and you can then edit the sidebar, like if you want to say Happy 4th of July from all of us, blah, blah, blah. The email marketing, you've got the email marketing where you're going to see the analytics on the emails that you sent out. You can, of course, copy, edit, delete these, go in and do a new email communication. Very simple 6-step process. You can copy and paste HTML in there if you want, or you can just type it. The system is going to come with several different layouts. Let me go back and I'll just show you one. So here it's going to come with several different layouts, the heading on the top, a dear first name, sidebar, that kind of stuff. So you'll have the ability to send out the e-flyers and things that we were talking about. Calendar, you have a lot of reports and analytics, some of which are designed for the individual person, some are designed for the sales manager. You can export your data, print mailing labels, and get these reports. And if there was something that you wanted that we didn't already have, like maybe you want some combination of data on a report that we didn't think people wanted, the rule is that as long as the data is in the system, we could create a custom report for you. So don't worry about that. Then in your case, because you have communities like a production builder would, there are some tools that you'll use that a custom builder would not. For example, you might want to reassign all of Lisa's leads to Joe or whatever. Or you might upload a database of parade of homes and then you forgot to apply a follow-up plan to them. So there's ways that we can help retroactively and in mass, if you will. Setting up is very easy. You set up the user, you tell the system if that user is going to have certain privileges and permissions, what communities they're in, if they want text messages when they have a reminder to call somebody or to do somebody or to meet somebody. Of course, they have their own signature block. You can also have a community signature block. And then the follow-up plans that we were looking at, it's so easy. Like you add a new plan and then you just go add new plan tasks. And like I said, the whole system is designed to be easy for salespeople to use. Same thing with automated emails. It's just your library of automated emails and your own lead status values. Again, the system comes with a bunch of different things, but if you want to add something, you're going to find the system very, very intuitive. I know you don't have a lot of time. I could go into more. Of course, there's support, complimentary support ongoing. So if you hire salespeople, 6 months from now, you can say, hey, just go jump on a webinar with Top Builder Solutions. I'll send this over to you and call me if there's any questions. You know we don't have any contracts. There's no setup fees or termination fees or BS fees. It's $169 a month for 5 users. And if in your case you need more than that, it's $25 per month per user over and above that. And that can go up and down as you have more, you pay more. As you have less, you pay less. So super easy. Thanks very much. And again, my cell phone number, if you want to call me, is 832-277-4805. Thanks so much.